In the global automotive industry landscape, a corporate drama of significant proportions is unfolding in Japan, with potential repercussions that will echo through international markets, especially in the United States. Nissan Motor, once a respected automotive powerhouse, finds itself at a critical moment in its history, with CEO Makoto Uchida facing growing pressure to leave his position amid a serious financial and operational crisis. What makes this situation even more extraordinary is the revelation that Honda Motor would be willing to resume merger negotiations with Nissan under a specific condition: Uchida's departure. The turbulence at Nissan is not a sudden development, but rather the result of years of accumulated challenges that have culminated in an almost unsustainable situation. After taking the reins of the company in 2019, succeeding Carlos Ghosn, amid one of Japan's biggest corporate scandals, Uchida inherited an already fragile organization. In the following years, under his leadership, Nissan continued its downward trajectory, going from an annual profit forecast of 380 billion yen, approximately 2.5 billion, to a current projection of an 80 billion yen, 519 million loss for the fiscal year ending March 31st, 2025. In a moment of rare transparency during a recent press conference, Uchida himself admitted the gravity of the situation. "Honestly, it is difficult for our company to survive independently under the current management situation." Despite this admission, he maintains that his premature resignation would be irresponsible, arguing that his mission includes stopping the deterioration, turning around performance, and only then passing the baton to his successor. "Just stepping down without any improvement is a bit irresponsible," he declared, as the company prepares to announce a significant restructuring of its management on March 12th. Meanwhile, Nissan's board of directors has already initiated informal discussions about the timeline for Uchida's departure, although sources indicate he is not expected to resign as part of the imminent restructuring announcement. This impasse occurs after the collapse of merger negotiations with Honda in February 2025, negotiations that could have created the world's fourth largest automaker with an estimated value of $60 billion. Negotiations between Nissan and Honda began with promises of an equal partnership, as outlined in a memorandum of understanding signed in December 2024. However, the dynamics changed dramatically when Honda proposed making Nissan its subsidiary, rather than forming a holding company with equal participation. Uchida rejected this proposal, explaining, "We could not accept this proposal, as we were not sure how much our autonomy would be kept and if Nissan's potential would be maximized." Sources close to the negotiations revealed that relations between Uchida and Honda President Toshihiro Mibe deteriorated as Honda became frustrated with the speed of Nissan's restructuring and the depth of its financial troubles. Financial Times reports indicate that Honda would be willing to resume takeover talks under a new Nissan CEO, who can more effectively manage internal opposition, a condition that emerged after Mibe allegedly discovered the extent of Nissan's financial mismanagement. In the United States, a crucial market for both Japanese companies, Nissan faces a significant mismatch between capacity and market performance. The company is structured for an 8.5% market share in terms of dealer network and manufacturing capability, but its actual U.S. market share hovers around just 4.5%. This disparity represents a fundamental business problem that requires urgent attention, especially considering that the U.S. remains the world's second-largest automotive market and an essential battleground for global manufacturers. Nissan's problems extend beyond the U.S. and leadership issues. The company announced thousands of job cuts last year, after reporting a 93% plunge in first-half net profit. In November 2024, Nissan revealed plans to eliminate 9,000 jobs worldwide and reduce its global production capacity by 20%. The automaker has fallen behind its global competitors in the transition to zero-emission vehicles, while its aging product range has necessitated heavy discounts and incentives to sell vehicles in global markets. These challenges have been compounded by the prospect of new import tariffs in the United States, a development that could further harm Nissan's competitiveness in one of its most important markets. For American consumers, these corporate developments may eventually mean fewer options and potentially higher prices, depending on how the situation unfolds. While Honda appears to be the most likely potential partner for Nissan, other possibilities have emerged. Reports suggested that Hiromichi Mizuno, a former Tesla board member, had organized a group of Japanese investors to urge Tesla to rescue Nissan, possibly in exchange for the company's U.S.-based facilities. However, both Mizuno and Tesla CEO Elon Musk have publicly denied these allegations. Taiwanese electronics giant Foxconn, formerly Hanhai Precision Industry, has also expressed interest in Nissan following its recent entry into the electric vehicle market. Foxconn chairman Young Liu clarified that the company's aim is cooperation with Nissan, not acquisition. Uchida confirmed that while the company has not held talks with Foxconn at the management level, we will discuss various proposals that could lead to growth. The crisis at Nissan reflects broader challenges faced by the Japanese automotive industry. Traditionally, a bastion of engineering excellence and innovation, Japanese manufacturers have struggled to adapt to the rapid transition to electric mobility. While competitors like Tesla in the US and BYD in China are rapidly advancing in electric vehicle development, Japanese automakers, including Nissan, have been more cautious, betting on a diversified approach that includes hybrids and other alternative technologies. This context makes the possible merger between Nissan and Honda even more significant. A combination of the two companies would create an entity with sufficient scale to compete with industry giants like Toyota, Volkswagen Group, and emerging electric vehicle manufacturers from China. For American consumers, such a merger could eventually lead to renewed product lines, increased investment in electric vehicle technology, and a more efficient dealership network. As Nissan approaches its management restructuring announcement, on March 12th, all eyes will be on whether Uchida remains in his position. The decision carries immense implications not just for Nissan's leadership, but potentially for the very survival of the company as an independent entity. If Uchida steps down, Honda may indeed revive takeover talks, potentially leading to one of the most significant consolidations in Japanese automotive history. For the average American consumer, these corporate machinations may seem distant, but the implications are substantial. Nissan maintains a significant presence in the U.S., with manufacturing facilities in Tennessee and Mississippi, employing thousands of American workers. A potential merger with Honda, which also has substantial production facilities in the U.S., could lead to consolidations, resource reorientation, and changes in product lines that directly affect the options available at American dealerships. The global automotive industry is undergoing one of the most significant transformations in over a century, with the transition to electric and autonomous mobility. Traditional manufacturers like Nissan and Honda face not only competition among themselves but also from technological newcomers, with fundamentally different approaches to vehicle development and marketing. In this context, consolidation and strategic partnership become crucial tools for survival and growth. Regardless of the specific outcome of Nissan's leadership crisis and Honda's conditional interest in resuming merger negotiations, the episode highlights the pressures faced by traditional automakers in a rapidly evolving industry landscape. For companies like Nissan, with legacies dating back decades of automotive history, the challenge is maintaining relevance and competitiveness while navigating disruptive technological changes, shifting consumer preferences, and intense competitive pressures. As this corporate saga continues to unfold, it serves as a microcosm of the broader forces reshaping the global automotive industry. Nissan's ability to navigate this storm, whether through a leadership change, merger with Honda, or alternative partnerships, will have significant implications not just for its own shareholders and employees, but also for the future of the Japanese automotive sector, and the global competitive landscape on which American car buyers rely for options, innovation, and value.